What's going on, my little piglets? It's your BFF Pork Chop here, and I'm coming at you with entry number 14 of the June Vlog Challenge 2023, which makes it June 14th, 2023. How's everybody doing? Hope you guys had a good hump day. It is Wednesday. It is Wednesday, my dudes. And, of course, you know, the second I start recording, there's somebody that's revving their motorcycle engine. But anyway, different location. Well, not really different. This is usually where I film my Tuesday food reviews when I'm not filming it in my car. So yeah, this is the little corner of the office. My wife's like, "Oh, you could show me a brand new cabinet," but I'm like, I'm not. I'm gonna wait till it's full, which I hope to do before the month of June's over. But as of right now, it's kind of a mess. So I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. But as of right now, just be at the desk. I almost botched this because I was recording and editing and recording and editing. 2 food reviews, and also I did one installment of San Andreas, and then got to about the quarter point of the second one before I realized I am getting 4-star wanted level going into Flint County, and that's because technically I haven't unlocked that part of the map yet, so they don't want me there. So it's a deterrent. It's a very what's the word I'm looking for? Effective deterrent, because you get 4 stars out of 6 just by touching land. If you're in the water, you're fine, but that takes forever. I was going for some oysters, and when you go for the oysters and you stay in the water, you're technically, I guess, that's safe, that's base, you're fine. But the second you touch a boat or mainland, you're screwed. And there was actually one part of this little aqueduct that I was going into that had like a little hump that I jumped up on the mainland and then went back in the water and swam, and that counted. So I got 4 stars, and I was forced to vacate the premises, and then I eventually died. So what I'm doing is part 10 is now, or part 12 is now part 10, and part 10 that I have currently is going to be part 12, because I can't do the things that I need to do until I get the next part of the map unlocked. And the only way to do that is with the main storyline. So there you go, just giving you guys a little brief synopsis of that. But I did do, like I said, I did do 2 food reviews today. I did tomorrow's, which is going to be Domino's Philly cheesesteak sandwich. And then for Tuesdays, I found another energy drink that I'm a huge fan of. I guess I'm going to spoil that for y'all. A huge fan of, and we'll definitely get it again. But I'm not going to tell you what it is until you guys watch it on Tuesday. But that being said, I really enjoyed it, and I hope to enjoy it again, if that makes any sense. But just spent most of the day, most of the evening recording. Got off work, filmed the review, came home, ate the rest of it, ate dinner with my wife. We took a little 20-minute power cat nap, and then I came in here and started editing and recording, and she went into her office and did her thing. So that's what we did this evening, and she's working on something now that I think that she's gonna be a badass by the time she's done with it. And I'll let her tell you guys what it is. I'm not going to spoil it, just in case she wants to show off her awesomeness when she's done with it. Her first attempt was itty bitty, but I think once she gets used to it, it's going to get better. Kind of like in San Andreas, my stamina is maxed out because I did so much goddamn swimming that I am competing not only for and against Michael Phelps, but Usain Bolt ain't got nothing on me. CJ is going to be an Olympic athlete by the time I'm done playing this game. Because that dude is putting in them hours, he's putting in the miles, he's putting in the work, he's putting in swimming, stamina. His lung capacity is about 50%, so he's going to be a Greek god status by the time I'm finished recording all 32, 33 installments of San Andreas. Um, Also, that being said, the movie challenge for today was, oh, it was, I can't remember. Hold on, I gotta get on my computer here. I'm gonna cheat. I can't remember the first name of the director, but the last name I know. Let me see if I can take a look at it. If it'll let me. Will it let me? Let's see. I mean, I did it this morning, so it's been a hot minute. Did it before that. Okay, your video's ready to view 15 hours ago. Did I do it 15 hours ago? Oh, yeah. It was, who is your favorite female director? And mine is Mary Herron, the director of American Psycho. At a very young age, when I found out that a woman directed American Psycho, I'm like, whew. Because some of the things that Patrick Bateman does in that movie, I'm like, I don't know how a woman director could have directed this and been totally fine with it. But it wasn't really, for those of you that haven't seen American Psycho, besides Batman, I think it's one of Christian Bale's most recognizable roles. Christian Bateman, and a lot of people call him Patrick Bateman is the character's name, but they called him Patrick Batman when he was doing the Dark Knight trilogy. And so he he works at Pearson and Pierce, which is kind of like a on Wall Street, and he's like I guess a trader by day, and then by night he's like murdering homeless people and prostitutes, and some Grand Theft Auto shit for sure. And my cats are growling at each other, so if you guys hear that in the background, I do apologize. But that being said, love that movie. My dad showed it to me at a very, very young age, and then I went out and showed it to my friends. And even to this day, like when I see Tanner, we'll quote a part of that movie just in particular. Like, Christy, don't just stare at it, eat it. Or I have to return some videotapes. Or let's see you get a reservation at Dorsey's now, you stupid fucking bastard. Like, it's quotable. It's got a good soundtrack with Phil Collins and Huey Lewis in the News and Whitney Houston. It's a good soundtrack. It's a good movie. Just not for the faint of heart. So if you watch it, might I suggest to actually, because it was a novel before it was a movie. So I own the novel, haven't read it, but I know there's a lot of things different than the movie. But a little cool quip behind the scenes thing is that the entire time that they were filming that movie, Christian Bale had his American accent. And I think the day the movie premiered in theaters, they went to the red carpet premiere, he dropped the American accent and went to his native dialect, went to his British accent. And people thought that, he's researching another role, he's doing another role, and then they later found out, oh no, he's actually British. We didn't know that the entire time. So that was actually a little cool little trivial fact that I learned about American Psycho. The TikTok today was the Harry Potter bracket battle, where I did the left or right, swipe left, swipe right with your head tilt, and a champion was crowned, and I am not sorry for the champion that I got. I actually thoroughly enjoyed the result that I had with that, for sure. And funny enough, this morning I kind of watched an old, I think it was actually the first one I ever did, in 2014, I believe. Yeah, 2014 is the first year I did it. I watched a quick little snippet, like the first couple of minutes of the one that I did today back in 2014, and man, I've come a long way. Let's just say that. I am talking about things that I'm just like, okay, that was interesting. Let's move on to something else. I'm talking about certain people that aren't in my life anymore, for the better, thank God. And I'm just like, wow, I really have come a long way in just 9 years. which 9 years is a lot, but, um, you know, there are some people I know that are in their 30s, 40s, and 50s that are just the same that they were, according to them, since high school. And that's cool and all, but I mean, you got to change, you got to adapt, you got to do things once in a while to differentiate you from your past self. That's how people grow. That's how you get better at certain skills and certain topics to study and stuff like that. I mean, you can't just stay stagnant. You gotta keep on moving in life. Like they say, life's a race. It's not a sprint; it's a race. So you gotta keep up. You gotta lap yourself when you can, because if you stay the same, then you better be like Gandhi or somebody awesome like that to stay the same and never change one iota of your life or your personality or anything like that. Speaking of change your life, I was actually watching the past couple of days a guy called it's called a channel called Matty Reacts, and what he does is he actually watches the Saw movies for the first time, and he's done, to this day, as of a month ago, he's done 6 out of, if you count Jigsaw and the final chapter, Jigsaw, and Spiral, then he has 3 left. So I think what he's trying to do is he's trying to catch up before Saw 10 comes out this October. But his reactions are kind of ridiculous. He does drink, it looks like Diet Coke and rum when he was watching it. So there's a few parts where he's like, "Oh, how can you do that if you're a nurse? How can you do that if you're a nurse? You don't know how to be doing brain surgery if you're a nurse," when it clearly says in the movie that she's a doctor doing this backdoor brain surgery on Jigsaw. It's like, okay, dude, I understand that you're like, drinking a little bit, but you gotta pay attention. And then I think it was in Saw 5, he got Hoffman and Strom mixed up. So he's like, he didn't even know that Hoffman was in one of the traps until the very end. He's like, "Oh yeah, that's that dude from earlier." So it's still entertaining to watch, to say the least, because there's a few times where he actually gets like legitimately like, pissed off, or he legitimately gets like, like he cringes like when something happens, when something violent happens, like in a trap or, something like that. And it's funny to watch. It's fantastic. And I also watched a video today about H3's beef with other YouTubers, for the most part, or it was called Victims. Turkey Tom posted it about a year ago, I think, and brought up some old YouTubers that I'm like, oh man, I remember them, like SoFlo Antonio and Joey Salads and Ty Lopez. I'm like, man, those are blasts from the past names. SoFlo Antonio, I actually kind of had a problem with him from the beginning, because what he would do is he actually legitimately got caught doing so, and he didn't try to hide it very well. He would take people's videos and steal them and kind of like put himself in the intro or the outro, and then play the original video to make it look like he doesn't even give them credit. Like I can't remember her name, but it's the YouTuber that dated that Dull Rick or whatever douchebag. I can't remember his name. He would like, he'd do like a little intro video, like, "Oh, this is me when I drive," and then it plays her video, and then it plays like an outro at the end, like, "Hey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, blah, blah, blah." It's like a class project where the group does 90% and you show up just for like the first couple of days and the final presentation, and then you don't show up for the rest of the entire thing. That's what I kind of got that vibe from him. And even as a teenager, I'm like, yeah, this guy sucks. Like, I don't like him. And then Ty Lopez got caught doing a bunch of shady business deals, and he was the guy that was driving his Lamborghini in the Hollywood Hills, and knowledge is power, and he reads a book a day, which it turns out that he lied about that. He reads the synopsis of the book and claims that he read the book. Um, and then he bought, I think he bought the rights to Radio Shack. So what he's planning on doing with the rights is he hopes to, revamp it, but I think what he did was I think he's probably holding it for ransom just in case, Radio Shack does have a comeback, or, they have some kind of avenue where they can make money again and be profitable, that he's going to be like, oh, if you want the rights back, you're going to have to pay me for it. I guarantee you that's what he's doing. So, yeah, Ty Lopez was another one. Joey Salads kind of shot himself in the foot. And H3 kind of was the one. This is back when Ethan and his wife were cool and not total pieces of shit like they are now. But Joey Salads was more politically driven towards the end, and people kind of checked out. Like, yeah, we're done, dude. He would try to make it look like it was authentic, but he actually paid actors. Like one of the videos during 2016 was he drove a car around the ghetto, the Black Hood ghetto, full of Trump stickers. And what he actually did was he paid black actors to act pissed off and take a baseball bat to the car and, threaten his life and pull a gun out on it, stuff like that. So that turned out to be fabricated, it turned out to be fake. And he did these little fake social experiments to make it look like the total opposite of what it was. And so that was an interesting little fight that they had. But apparently Ethan and Joey Salads were actually pretty, cozy with each other for a while. And then the last one I really wanted to mention was the Fine Brothers. If you guys remember the Fine Brothers, I still can't stand the Fine Brothers. They tried to trademark the word react, and if you were to ever make a reaction video on YouTube, you would have to go through them, and you would have to partner with them, and they would have to take a percentage of your profits and proceeds and stuff. Yeah, fuck those guys. They tried to do React World, and React World was destroyed before it could even be built. And I love it, because even to this day, I will not watch. If it has a Fine Brothers name on it, I won't watch it, because they do reaction videos old people react, kids react, teenagers react, stuff like that. And it's a good premise. It's an interesting thing to kind of make a YouTube channel about, but fuck those guys. That's all I gotta say about that. But anyway, so that's all I really have for you guys. I actually made this a lot longer than I thought it would be, and I still have to have time to upload it and hopefully get it up before midnight, so I'm just going to go ahead and end it there. But guys, thank y'all so much once again for dropping by. I greatly appreciate y'all. Any questions, comments, concerns, any topics you want to talk about, you know the drill. Just leave it down below. And for all of y'all that are binging these, hope you have a good day. Hope you have a good weekend if you're watching this later on. But anyway, thank y'all so much once again for dropping by. And always remember, my little piglets, Colin Pork Chop, loves y'all the most. So y'all take it easy, guys, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye, guys.